Round 4, Heat 2 features a former world champ, Joel Parkinson, who felt all that pressure for about 8 seasons of trying to clinch his first world title. It came true in 2012. Every step of sand was really marked by Wes Berg that year, so there would be no mistakes in that title run. Well, now Florence is going through it now for his second world title. John Florence hits the water. Round 4, Heat number 2 to take on Joel Parkinson and Caio Ibelli. Parko, a former pipe master, former world champ, and Caio Ibelli in his second strike on tour, former Rookie of the Year, loves getting barreled. During the break, John got started, Potts.
Yeah, well, there you go. John identifies it. He's a man that knows his place better than anyone. His first wave, left. So finally, one of these natural footers is kind of ignoring backdoor and slotting himself into a beautiful wave here at Pipeline. So what a way to start for John. 5.17. A very, very important heat for John. If he wins this, he goes straight through to the quarterfinals, Joe. I think he knows the gravity of the situation. Every time he moves through the round, it's going to put so much pressure on Gabriel Medina.
And he just can't avoid all the world title talk here in his hometown on the North Shore of Oahu, even deciding not to surf at Sunset Beach during the Vans Triple Crown just to try to get a little bit of space to make things just feel comfortable. Florence starts with a 5.17. Parko has a 1.
Looks like John having another go.
Florence, wave number 2. Backdoor. Perfect positioning. Bonus section to come out. You can hear the cheers from across the street at Sunset Beach Elementary School, where John Florence went to school every day, sometimes missing class here and there for a good pipe swell at a young age, and backing up that 5.17 quickly. More pressure on Parko and Caio. Even more pressure on Medina, just seeing John build here.
Yeah, what a beautiful wave here for John. Just slides in nice and clean. These are the little backdoor waves you're looking for. Ones that have not that stretched out wall, a little bit more of a peak situation. And it slows up enough to allow you to get right in there nice and deep. Look at that. Absolutely perfect. Disappeared from view. This is going to be a great score, probably the biggest score of the day. And, are we surprised? Not at all. It just was going to take a matter of time before John locked in something special.
7:30 to go. Parko with priority. The pipe master locks in. Deep bottom turn. Super stylish and can't get out. Couple of big drives. Parko's down. Caio Ibelli's turn. Wide open pit. Hard off the bottom, misses the maneuver, but gets his best start. Now is 7 minutes to go. Remember, Caio went over the falls, got beat down on his way back out. So unfortunately, he went down.
Yeah, I think this wave is the one, though. Have a look at that. That's what you want out here at backdoor. Just gun barrel style waves. It's almost like you get shot out of a cannon. Caio sliding in, no stalling whatsoever. Comes out nice and clean. So this is definitely going to get Caio back in the heat, put a little bit more pressure on John because it's been all John Florence here at the moment. Caio Ibelli standing tall in the barrel. Comes out super clean, untouched. Now, you've got to kind of fix these little bits up here. You've got to finish your wave off if you want to maximize that scoring potential. Maneuvers aren't that important at pipe, but if you can combo it up with a good tube ride, they'll definitely add that little bit to your score.
So interesting coming into this part of the matchup. Passing the 5-minute warning. Caio pulls in with some room. Bonus section makes that. One more to go for Caio. Unbelievable composure for the surfer from Guarujá, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Just got a 6.10, needed a 6.58 to take the lead off John.
Well, it was a longer barrel, but it was a smaller wave. Think about yesterday, Joe. Where were the big scores coming from? From the bigger, wide open tube rides. I mean, these ones feel unreal. Smaller wave, longer, a couple of different sections. I mean, that's just sheer talent there to fight his way through that one. But traditionally, backdoor, we see the big scores coming from the big, wide open tube rides. I mean, this is unbelievable barrel here for Caio Ibelli. Great ability to navigate his way through multiple sections. Slowing himself down at the beginning. So gets in nice and clean, drives through that first section, up and over the foam ball, into the second section, and even that little bonus at the end with a little bit of an exit for Caio Ibelli. 6.58, I beg your pardon. Is that better than the 6.10?
Barton, it's a 6.77. to John's 7-5 on his best score. How do you like the spread from the top two waves?
Well, it sounds pretty clear to me. I mean, John's was a bigger wave, and obviously the bigger, the more challenging. And even though today's not that big and the size is nothing that's going to scare people and challenge people, at the same time, the bigger the barrel, the better.
Joe, oh my.
Florence has priority. Remember, non-elimination round here. Second and third deal with round 5. Parco looking for the vision and backdoor. Clean one. He's out of there. Remember, he needs 2 new waves, so he's running out of time. Florence now making a move. Needs a 5.37 on this wave. First pump looking nice and easy. Trimming this one through the curtain. Punches free. Bonus barrel section on the inside corner. Answering back is Caio in a closeout with 50 seconds to go. John arms to his side, just gives one quick look at the judges' tower, asking for a 5.37 at what could be the last exchange.
Kind of blinded too. I mean, that wave crumbled on him, so he couldn't really see the exit. This was all feel right here from about there where it crumbles on him to come out and get that next section. That's just sheer knowledge of the wave, just understanding of what this wave's going to do. And John, a very high IQ. He's a double black belt out here, that's for sure. Comes out and then straight into that bonus section on the inside. You know, when things go your way, Joe, pretty hard to beat someone. Sure.
Everything in sync. John Florence on his favorite wave in the whole world. Quickly wiped off the water out of his face, packed the inside corner, and looked back at the panel. Remember,
like
needs
that.
a 5.37 to take the lead. Potts the call, and that's plenty enough to take the lead off Caio. Let's see what happened here. Waiting for the scores to come through. If he doesn't get the score, he's dealing with round 5.
All right, next heat is on.
Judges throw down a 5.67. Florence gets the win on the final exchange into the quarterfinals here at the Billabong Pipe Masters.